Hello everyone, let's talk about safety in Romania. I've been living here for a few years now, and this is something people often ask me about. Is it safe? Can you walk the streets without worry? What about public transport? So today I want to share my honest thoughts and a few personal stories too. Let's start with public transport. In Romania, wherever you take the metro, the tram or a bus, it feels safe. In the metro, people are calm. Most of them are just staring at their phones or quietly sitting. There is noise, sure. The trains aren't silent, but there is no shouting, no strange behavior. And unlike some places in Western Europe, like in Paris, for example, you don't really hear about pickpockets or weird situations. Actually, Anna's sister and her ex-boyfriend were robbed in the Paris metro. Someone stole their money while they weren't paying attention. In Bucharest, I've never heard of anything like that happening to anyone I know. People are just minding their own businesses. And believe it or not, no one's urinating in the metro here. Yes, I'm serious. It might sound funny, but if you have traveled a bit, you know that in some big cities this kind of thing is not uncommon. Here, never seen it, never even heard about it. That tells you something. The same goes for trams and buses. They maybe be older, sometimes crowded, sometimes noisy, but they are safe. People don't cause trouble. I've never had an incident. No one ever tried to steal anything from me.
This is the tram I took to work this morning. It's one of the last models, but it still gets you where you need to go. One thing I've noticed, that people here are generally calm, even on public transport. It can be noisy because of the traffic outside, sure, but it doesn't feel chaotic. You sit, you ride, you get off. Simple. And this is the metro, clean, organized, and surprisingly quiet for such a big city. It's not like some on the metros in Western Europe, where you constantly feel on edge. Here, you just feel safe. There's no loud music, no shouting. People are just minding their own businesses. That's one thing I appreciate about life in Bucharest.
One day I did a small social experiment. I had just bought a new wallet, so I took my old empty one and dropped it on the sidewalk just to see what would happen. There was a traffic jam nearby, and a man, a total stranger, got out of his car, shouted after me and handed it back. It was just an empty wallet, but he was so honest and kind. I felt a little guilty for testing people like that, but also deeply impressed. That moment stayed with me. Now, are there any places or situations where you need to be a bit more careful? Yes, I would say taxi drivers sometimes try to overcharge tourists. They see you are not local and suddenly the price goes up. Also, in open-air markets or bazaars, vendors might raise prices if they think you are a tourist. It's not dangerous, but it's something to be aware of. But walking around in general, it's safe, even at night. Of course, like in any country, there might be a pickpocket somewhere, but it's not common. I've walked through Bucharest at night many times and never felt unsafe. In fact, I once lived in what many locals said was the worst neighborhood in Bucharest. I stayed there for 2 years. It was a Roma community, very loud. Sometimes people argued or got into fights, but I never felt threatened. They didn't like being filmed, that's true, so I avoid pointing a camera at anyone when I was doing my YouTube work. They might have reacted badly if they thought I was recording them. But because I lived there, they recognized me, they knew I was part of the neighborhood, and I never had any problems. So yes, Romania is a very safe country. Public transport is safe, the streets are safe, people are calm, and in many cases they are incredibly honest. It's not perfect, of course, no place is. But if you are wondering whether you should visit or even live here, I would say yes. You will feel secure, you will feel welcome. Alright, that's it for today. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a like, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Thanks so much for watching and see you in the next one. Take care, and as always, from Mora with love.